Imagine, if you will, a tiny living thing. It moves on its own, wiggling and crawling with purpose. When it bumps into other things like it, they can join together, forming a bigger, stronger structure. If this structure gets damaged, it can even heal itself, patching up the wound without anyone telling it to. Now, what if I told you this wasn't an animal from a pond or a cell from your body? And what if I told you it wasn't a robot made of metal and wires either? It's something new, something in between. This is the incredible, mind-blowing world of artificial life, where scientists are blurring the lines between what is built and what is born. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening right now in laboratories all around the world. Scientists are taking the basic building blocks of life, cells, and giving them new instructions, new purposes. They are creating biological machines powered by the same energy that powers you and me. These creations challenge everything we thought we knew about biology and technology. They force us to ask a fundamental question: what does it truly mean to be alive? Is it about having a brain, a heart, or is it simply about the ability to move, grow, and respond to the world around you? Consider the possibilities. The journey into this new frontier starts with a single cell. Think of a cell as a tiny natural machine. It has a power source, it follows instructions from its DNA, and it performs specific jobs. For decades we have studied these cells, learning their secrets. Now we are moving beyond just studying them. We are learning to program them. By rearranging them and putting them in new environments, we can unlock hidden talents they never knew they had. This isn't genetic engineering where you change the DNA, this is about physical engineering, shaping and guiding cells to create something entirely new. The result is a whole new class of existence. These creations don't have brains or nervous systems, yet they can work together to achieve complex tasks. They don't have circuits or batteries, yet they can move and self-assemble. They are made of living tissue, but they are designed and built with a purpose, just like a robot. This is the dawn of a new era, where the tools of biology become the tools of engineering. It's a revolution that could change medicine, technology, and our very understanding of life itself. Welcome to New Scientific Horizon. I am Tamim here with you, and you're watching New Scientific Horizon. Let's explore how it all works. It's science. So how do you build one of these biological robots? Well, it starts with something surprisingly simple. Cells from a frog embryo. Scientists at Tufts University and the University of Vermont took skin cells from a developing frog egg. Normally, these cells would just sit on the outside of a tadpole, forming a protective layer. They're not brain cells or muscle cells, they're just plain old skin cells. But the scientists had a different idea. They gently scraped these cells off the embryo and gathered them together in a small dish filled with salt water. They wanted to see what would happen when the cells were taken out of their normal neighborhood. Left to their own devices, these cells did something amazing. They didn't just die or float around aimlessly. Instead, they clumped together, forming a tiny sphere. And then, something even more remarkable happened. Tiny, hair-like structures on the cells, called cilia, which normally help move mucus over the skin, started to beat in a coordinated way. It was like thousands of tiny oars, all started rowing in the same direction. This collective action made the entire sphere of cells start to move. It became a self-propelling biological machine, a xenobot, named after the frog species Xenopus laevis. These xenobots were the first of their kind. They could swim through their watery environment for days, powered by their own internal energy reserves. They could push tiny particles around, acting like microscopic bulldozers. If you cut one in half, it would stitch itself back together, completely healing the wound within minutes. They could even work together. When scientists scattered a bunch of loose cells into the dish, the xenobots would swim around, gather them up, and compress them into new baby xenobots that would also start moving. They were building copies of themselves without any traditional reproduction. This was a huge discovery. It showed that cells, even simple skin cells, have a hidden intelligence. When removed from their usual context within an organism, they can self-organize and find new ways to function. They have a kind of collective intelligence that allows them to cooperate and build new things. The scientists didn't have to program their DNA or insert any computer chips. They just had to free the cells from their normal constraints and let their inherent abilities shine through. This set the stage for the next incredible step, trying the same thing with human cells. After the success of xenobots, the scientists asked a big question: could this be done with human cells? Using cells from an embryo is complicated, for a lot of reasons. So, they turned to a source that every adult has: the inside of your nose. Specifically, they took tracheal cells which line our windpipe. These cells have cilia just like the frog cells, which help sweep out dust and mucus to keep our lungs clean. The researchers, led by the same team, carefully grew these cells in the lab until they formed a small, multi-layered sheet. It was a fascinating and elegant approach to the problem. What happened next was just as incredible as with the xenobots. The cells spontaneously organized themselves into tiny spheres, which the scientists named anthrobots because they were made from human, or anthro cells. Just like before, the cilia on the outside of the sphere began to beat, turning the little ball of cells into a self-powered motor. Each anthrobot is about the width of a human hair, and they can move in different ways. Some swim in straight lines, some move in tight circles, and others just wiggle in place. They are living, moving robots made entirely from a person's own cells. The most amazing part? There are no metals, no plastics, no wires, and no batteries. These anthrobots are 100% biological. They are built from your own body's material, which means if they were ever used in medicine, your immune system wouldn't reject them. They are like a personalized army of microscopic helpers, built on demand. And just like the xenobots, they are biodegradable. After a few weeks, their job is done and they simply fall apart into harmless cells. This makes them incredibly safe and well-suited for working inside the human body, where you wouldn't want a tiny metal robot left behind. Even more exciting is what happened when scientists tested their abilities. They placed a layer of damaged human nerve cells, neurons, in a dish. When they added the anthrobots, something extraordinary occurred. The anthrobots swam across the wound in the neural layer. As they moved, they encouraged the neurons to regrow and repair the gap. The anthrobots formed a living, moving bridge that helped heal the damaged tissue. This was a stunning proof of concept. It showed that these tiny biological robots could not only move, but could also perform therapeutic tasks, like healing damaged tissues from the inside out. The potential applications for this technology are truly staggering and could revolutionize medicine as we know it. Think about cancer treatment. Today, chemotherapy floods the entire body with powerful drugs, killing cancer cells but also harming healthy ones. Imagine instead we could take a patient's own cells, build an army of anthrobots, and load them with cancer-killing medicine. These tiny robots could be programmed to seek out and destroy only the tumor cells, delivering their payload with pinpoint accuracy. This would leave healthy tissues unharmed, making treatment far more effective and with fewer side effects. It would be a truly personalized form of medicine, but it doesn't stop there. Consider repairing damaged organs. After a heart attack, scar tissue forms that can't pump blood, weakening the heart. Anthrobots could be deployed to clear out that scar tissue and encourage healthy heart muscle to regrow. For spinal cord injuries, anthrobots could form a biological scaffold to help severed nerves reconnect, potentially restoring movement and sensation. They could be used to unclog plaque-filled arteries, deliver drugs directly to the brain to fight diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's, or even help repair congenital defects in unborn babies. The possibilities are, honestly, as vast as the human body itself. Beyond medicine, this technology could have a profound impact on aging. Many aspects of aging are tied to the body's declining ability to repair itself. Tissues get worn out, and cellular cleanup processes slow down. Anthrobots could act as a biological maintenance crew, roaming the body to repair wear and tear, clear out cellular debris, and support tissue regeneration. This isn't about living forever, but about extending our health span, the number of years we live in good health, free from chronic disease. It could mean a future where an 80-year-old has the tissue repair capabilities of a 30-year-old. And the applications could even extend beyond our bodies and into the environment. Imagine swarms of biobots designed to clean up pollution. We could create bots that specifically consume microplastics in the ocean, breaking them down into harmless components. Or we could design bots that can identify and neutralize toxic chemicals in contaminated soil or waterways. Because they are biodegradable, they would complete their mission and then simply disappear, leaving the environment cleaner than they found it. This offers a green, self-sustaining solution to some of our biggest environmental challenges. It's truly a powerful idea. These discoveries do more than just promise new technologies, they force us to reconsider our place in the universe and the very definition of life. For centuries, we have seen a clear line between the living and the non-living, between the biological and the mechanical. Organisms were born, machines were built. Anthrobots and xenobots exist in the gray area between these two categories. They are alive in the sense that they are made of living cells, but they are also machines in the sense that they are designed and assembled for a specific purpose. They are a new form of life, programmable life. This new reality challenges us to think more deeply. If a collection of your own skin cells can be repurposed to crawl, heal, and build, what other hidden potentials lie dormant within our biology? It suggests that life isn't just about the genetic code but also about the physical and environmental context in which cells exist. By changing that context, we can unlock entirely new behaviors and abilities without ever altering a single gene. This is a profound shift in our understanding of how organisms develop and function. It's a whole new chapter in the book of life, and we are just beginning to write it. The potential here is immense, and with it comes great responsibility. As we venture further into creating artificial life, we must proceed with caution, curiosity, and a strong ethical framework. We need to have open conversations about how this technology should be used and regulated. But the promise is undeniable. We are on the cusp of an era where we can use the fundamental principles of life to solve our most pressing problems, from disease and aging to environmental pollution. We are learning to speak the language of cells, and they are beginning to answer back. So the next time you look at your own hand, think about the trillions of cells working together to make you you. And now, imagine taking a few of those cells and giving them a new job, a new life, a new purpose. What would you ask them to do? What problems would you want them to solve? The future of artificial life is not just in the hands of scientists in a lab, it's in the realm of our collective imagination. The story is just beginning, and the next chapter is up to all of us to dream up. So, if you enjoy this video, like, comment, and subscribe New Scientific Horizon.